What's up, everybody out there in YouTube land? Rat2501 here. Alright, guys, so here is part 2 of Big D's Guide to Avoiding Arrests. Alright, so we left this off right about here. This is by Brava Alpha Busa. This is still Warhammer. I don't care what anybody says. Shut up. Alright, so let's see what he's got for us, and go. I ended it right here. Interesting.
So you found this man, Peter Piotrowski, and a few others that you do not recognize. Would that be accurate?
Yes. They had formed into a group and approached us in the thicket. They said they just managed to escape some strange captors, begged us for help. They didn't go into much detail, but how could we refuse? Little did we know. They weren't quite what they seemed.
That sounds pretty incredible.
You're telling me. Did he buy it? Had I already contradicted the family story?
And how many were they?
4.
Right. Okay, so just to get this straight, you found 4 people lost in the woods. You thought you recognized them, or at least one of them, from missing persons reports, and you brought them back to your place. Is that all correct so far?
An accurate report, Detective Sergeant. Perhaps you should consider a career in court stenography.
Maybe when my legs give in, I'll consider it.
I'll smash them in with a pipe wrench if you continue to nail me like this. What other testimonies had the family given?
Alright, so...
That's why you gotta get your stories straight.
This, because I have a couple of questions.
Damnation! Son-in-law's report was in all likelihood the most divergent one. The rest, without doubt, told him that bringing them back was an involuntary affair. He is too nice. He agreeing with his testimony like this. It isn't going to be enough. Perhaps I'm going too wild with the story. The lack of collaboration could undo me here. It's 3 against 2. There is a clear divergence that cannot be reconciled.
Yep.
Unless...
Alright, so, first off, what happened on the way back to the house?
Oh... Wait. There is an out here. Markus! Markus, I put my faith in you, son! Into your hands I commit my spirit! I didn't interact with them much, but I know they were a bit weird towards 2 of us from the beginning. The father, Dor, and his son, if you know them.
Yep, sure.
I didn't catch on to it very early, but I think those thugs might have been threatening them from the onset. He, Dor, was the one driving, you see. The rest of us didn't really think about it, or as far as I know at least. And drive like it was the wacky races, off the road, into the bushes and everything. It was crazy. With this, we can harmonize the accounts. As long as Markus did this correctly.
I doubt that.
Alright. So, what happened when you got home?
Yes! He bought it! Markus, beautiful boy! He knows his brother, he knows his nephew, and of course he knows his fiancée! Markus has reconciled this very testimony in much the same way as his father.
I seriously doubt that, though.
We will harmonize these accounts together!
I seriously doubt
when
that.
we got home?
Yes.
That's when it all went to hell, of course. This is the harder part. There are many specifics in this part of the story. I realized I was traipsing into a minefield, much like the one on our front lawn. I needed to be specific, but not specific enough to contradict the others' testimonies. Markus might be brash, but the lad is a genius. No doubt he'd gone for an approach not dissimilar to my own.
I seriously doubt that, though, man.
He's precise, calculating, with the creativity of a sea cucumber. If anyone gave exact information, it would be him. My darling son-in-law has no doubt continued to be his typical friendly and accommodating self, for better or worse. And boy, I love my grandson.
I'm sorry?
Humana, Brian Cranston.
Bryan Cranston.
Oh, yes, Malcolm in the Middle. Sorry, let's stay on topic, though. You invited the missing people into your house. Then what happened?
My presumptions arrayed, I focused on one thing. If this officer was with the Camarilla, he would already know the survivors were vampires. If that were the case, he'd be looking for the slightest hint that we were aware of that, which would essentially mark us for death. Sorry, things went very fast. At first we were socializing. They had come in from the cold. I was worried sick about them. It seemed like they had the most incredible story. And eventually that story proved too good to be true. They had guns. They began threatening us.
What kind of guns?
I don't know.
I'm not much of a hunter. I couldn't say the exact kind. A clear lie, by the way. I am actually the best hunter, probably in the world. Anyway.
The way he segues to the side just to make that point.
It could have been a rifle. I also think I saw some pistols.
I see. And was there anything else?
By God, yes. They held us at gunpoint, handed us mines, explosives, and forced us to plant them in our front lawn. To me, bringing the mind viewer into things was a no-brainer. If anyone mentioned anything, it'd be that. I just had to bring the narrative around in a way that deflected blame.
And where were these explosives found? On the property?
The property? What do you mean?
Well, look, I need you to be honest. You know? I need the clearest account possible. And I need to know, where were the explosives from? Were they owned by your friends?
No! Good heavens, no! How could you even say that?
Kevin,
Why
listen.
would I have explosives?
My good friends, who are like
It's not like this is
family, that
America or
and
anything.
Get fucking held at gunpoint, punched, kicked, and forced into traumatizing labor, including my friend's very small son, who I call my grandson even though I'm 27 years old. You ask if the mines were ours?
There's no way in hell you're 27.
My apologies, Kevin. I understand your experience was traumatic.
You're right. I'm feeling loads of trauma. I'm a goddamn traumaniac, but not as manic as those fuckers.
Sorry?
The fuckers.
Fuckers.
Hell's fuckers! Have you heard of them?
Oh, of course.
Wait, what?
This was the beginning of my counterattack. As you're no doubt aware, our dearest Bruja Antitribu Shitbeard was a member of the Fuckers from Hell, also known as the Hell's Fuckers. His jacket claimed us at least, and that's all that matters. That county-spanning biker brigade is a known Sabbat affiliate. They have a penchant for embracing bikers, truckers, and other hard men of the road. They also are known for their violent encounters with Anarch, Camarilla, and law enforcement alike.
Were they involved in the incident?
Right, so one of them made mention of that. They said to me, "Listen up, you goddamn swamp shrew! Dig the ditch, and if you're lucky, hell's fuckers won't put you in it!"
In that same accent?
Same accent.
That's right, an American accent.
An American accent? What the hell, man? What the hell?
And you say the mines weren't yours, but theirs.
Yes, of course, of course! I refuse to believe even Dor would have admitted to us owning the mines. Not even son-in-law's that accommodating.
No, they all admitted
boy,
it.
is that naive. I am
No, they all. I have a feeling they
this.
all told exactly. He's the only one spinning a yarn. I guarantee you that shit.
So, just to clear this up, this is all just some coincidence. The missing persons you brought home were affiliated with the Hell's Fuckers gang, and they happened to ride home with a former EOD specialist, bringing their own mines.
Damn you! Prepare to die! I wanted to scream that as loud as I could when he said that. The story was beginning to crumble. Don't keep me dressed
Damn
as
you!
EOD suit.
Oh
He
my
must have
god!
admitted to owning
I thought he
it.
was gonna do it. I
He
thought
must
he
have
actually
told
did it,
them
but
in
no, he
his
didn't.
old
He was.
fucking mining days.
mind.
God damn it!
Because what you're telling me is that these people showed up including at least one missing person. And then, with minds they supplied themselves, they had you, and especially your friend, a professional in the field, they had him dig up a minefield in your own front lawn. Could you confirm that as correct in your assessment?
Well, a liar would get indignant. If I were telling the truth, I'd get angry. Look here, Steakhead!
Steakhead?
I can't control what the truth is!
No, I understand that,
I'm sure
but...
it sounds ridiculous to you, but so did walruses until we had photos of them! For fuck's sake, man! Tusks on a manatee?
I am listening, sir. I am.
I should hope you are, because if you don't believe me, I'll invoke my right to attorney.
Which you're free to do.
However, nothing! The facts are clear! They had a whole stash of weapons nearby! A fucking stash! It wasn't just mines! Once they found out about Dor's background, they decided to store their arms there! It wasn't a coincidence! It was some kind of sick, spontaneous whimsy on their part!
Okay.
I waited for the response. A sharp repudiation, a resignation that a lawyer was necessary, or even becoming officially arrested. And yet...
I'm gonna die!
Oh. I see. That's rather disconcerting.
Oh.
Let me write that up.
I have a feeling that the others told him the truth, that they were
He
vampires.
seemed to accept it. Could it be a tactic? Could he have accepted any story, no matter how ridiculous? No. I could see it in his eyes. His hands sweaty, clammy, his eyes glazing over in a sense of internal calculation. He wasn't just entertaining me. He was genuinely concerned, which could only mean one thing.
I'll make sure that gets to the relevant authorities.
This wasn't any normal cop. He was certainly a Camarilla agent.
No, he thinks you're nuts, dude.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Within his skull, I could already hear the gears turning. Does he think this is a new stage in the Sabbat Crusade? Perhaps he's thinking we're good. If the Sabbat Armory had moved in so close, he'd need to alert his masters. All right. Apologies for my temper flaring.
What? Oh, it's quite alright. Tense situation. Weird situation.
It really is weird. Why commandeer a random house? I guess it's like they say. You never expect the level of criminality that goes entirely unaccounted for outside of cities. But... it's fine. Oh well, not really, but...
Was there anything else? Did you happen to overhear anything?
Oh, yes, there is something! That man, the one with the drawl?
The American?
Yes, him. I heard him mention there was a dispute with some rival gang. Like an anarchist gang? That should hit the spot.
Did they say anything about that gang?
They would most likely be luring them to our house. Hence, you know, the minefield. And we just did it, of course, hoping we'd be spared. But then, just before dawn, more bikers showed up and they just drove off with them. After that, the alarm finally went off and called the police. But, I don't know. Perhaps they were expecting that.
Don't worry about that, sir. We'll take it from here.
Thank goodness. That's a load off my shoulders.
I'm sure. Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Go right ahead. I love talking to cops.
Right, so... we wanted to ask about the car in the carport.
The car?
Yes. Do you know what happened to it?
I do not.
Okay, that's fine. Do you know anything about the pit in front of the car at the carport?
What? Pit? Who's been digging pits without me?
Without me? What the hell, man? He feels left out
Cracker
because...
skulking around the property again. Could you tell me what happened to the car? I've not seen or heard anything.
Well, it looks
You know,
like
he
it's
kinda was
somehow been
half-conscious
driven
with his
into the
jaw
carport
broken.
entrance, the one into the house, that is. But it's flipped horizontally with the car door leading into the house, if you can visualize it.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost looks like it's been
Thrown.
thrown or something.
What?
Yeah, it's weird. And then there's that pit, which is exactly outside the car. Do you know if any of you dug that?
What the fuck is this now?
Oh
Like
yeah,
it's
he wasn't
been
there for
thrown
that.
or something.
He was
Some
unconscious
kid
for
all
that.
Through my son-in-law's runabout. That would be a given to anyone even vaguely familiar with vampire society. Why would he give me this? Why would he tell me it looks like it was thrown? Is he being coy? Does he already know I'm in the know? Or did someone else say it? It can't be that one of the others actually said that it was thrown, or that it looks like it was thrown. Or could they? Is he checking for masquerade breaches? Or does he just say it like that because he genuinely thinks it looks like it was thrown?
That's
Is he
likely.
genuinely looking for answers? Why would he say it like that if he was? Why would he say it like that if he wasn't? That would be a dead giveaway. Is he not Camarilla after all? Oh, what the fuck? I'm second-guessing myself. I'm not sure if any one of us dug that pit. I honestly have no clue. This could have happened whilst I was burying mines. Or it could have happened when I was unconscious.
Could you tell me a bit about how that happened?
This should be easier. There cannot be
Should
many
be, but it won't
contradictions in
be.
our testimonies. And after this, I'm out. It's up to everyone else past this point. I can count on Markus saying that he didn't jump out the window. And the other three certainly would know this. Sure, so... The red-headed one, Markus. He was let go out the window from the second floor. When he landed, he sprained both his legs. Absolutely horrid. I hate gravity. Oh, and then they shot
What
his
the
legs
hell,
with a gun,
dude?
because that was only a natural part of their MO as fuckers.
That's awful.
Yes. Then, of course, I was next. I was let go, and I fell onto the rocky barrow next to a house, and that's how I got this brand new Campbell jawline.
Cool, I love Evil Dead.
He admits it! He loves the Evil Dead! The Evil Dead vampire! It's just a movie film.
Yeah, I was wondering if he was going to catch on to that, but he
Yeah,
did.
you know, I absolutely agree. But, sorry, I didn't mean to derail the conversation. So, anyway, Markus was
Evil
shot
Dead,
in the
Army of
legs.
Darkness, great
How
movies.
were you dragged out the window? Did anyone in particular drag you?
Yeah, well, wait. Dragged? Who said dragged? I did not say I was dragged out. Sorry, fuck. By dragged out? Does he mean dragged to the window and thrown out? Or does he mean grabbed by a hand and dragged outside? Oh god, this is too specific to be a coincidence. Who said I was dragged out the window? Door would be my
Probably all of them.
Markus would not be that specific. Darren's son-in-law knows not to mention something like that. Boy, no! Boy chose the wrong word! Yeah, so it was one of the bikers, not sure which. I just kind of fell out and landed down on a stone, so...
Absolutely. But how did you exit the
lost
window?
his-
Oh, what the fuck is this? This is some serious probing.
All I
What should
remember is
say?
hands,
If I
okay?
even
That's
approach
all
the
I
truth,
remember.
That would sound ridiculous enough to be seen as a serious indictment towards my legitimacy. At worst, it could be seen as a masquerade breach. Boy's innocent blunder might be enough to warrant our destruction. Damn my beautiful, sweet, and precious, perfect grandchild! Damn him! Right. So, this was quite the horrifying moment, just not going to lie. Went by very fast, but... As Markus was thrown out the window, he actually grabbed onto me midair and... Well, he's a big lad, and so I tried to stop his fall, gripping at the windowsill. But when the rest of those thugs lifted my legs and pushed me out, we both fell, and I smashed my jaw in.
All right.
I'm sure
What?
they either told him the truth,
enough?
or all
So,
of them were telling
just
completely
to
different
clear this
stories.
up, you were
And given that
upstairs
boy
at
is a
the
minor,
stage.
I don't think he could have
Markus
questioned him
was
by
thrown
himself.
out the window by the thugs, and then you, approaching the window and standing by it, was grabbed by Markus. You were dragged out by him and fell down too, with the thugs helping by destabilizing you. Could you confirm?
Shit. Did anyone else bring up the time it took between Markus falling and me falling?
Given
Did anyone say it took a few minutes before I,
of the
too, was thrown
events,
out?
you know, anybody
If
could
anyone
figure
has,
your
it's a
events of
contradiction
recollection would be
clear as day.
completely scrambled. I mean, he
Damn it.
literally suffered a massive head injury.
Cannot correct this.
Could you?
Yes, that is correct.
Act like you're not sure,
Alright.
and act like you got a headache or something. You know?
And just to clarify, how many of the thugs helped force you out the window?
I don't know. I wasn't looking at them. I was looking at him
And
hanging
do
out
you
the
know
window.
what
Wow.
happened immediately after that at all?
I do not.
Okay.
I remember a
Let me
rock.
write this
I
out real
remember
quick.
pain and waking up.
What? Why? Why isn't he bringing up the time? Could have nailed me right there. If he asked how much time it took between us falling, anything of the sort, a clear contradiction would immediately become apparent.
You wouldn't know. You were
Marcus,
unconscious.
Nice. Marcus! 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 He said the same exact thing I did! He covered it up just like I did. He did it!
I
He
seriously
strengthened my
doubt this,
testimony
dude.
yet again! He reinforced it with alloys as strong as his massive shoulders and flowing radiant hair! Oh, I love that boy!
Okay, so we're gonna stop that one there. All right, so we've still got at least one more part to go here on this. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. So yeah, I'm actually curious to see how this whole thing turns out, and see what they actually told him. I get the feeling they all had different stories, or they told him the complete truth about vampires and all this shit. They didn't try to cover anything up or nothing. I get a feeling that that's what it was. Anyway, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And of course, definitely like this video, guys. Subscribe. Help us to reach that 100,000 subscribers. Yeah. And don't forget, once again, today is the last day for voting for the winner of the art competition. All right. Though we pretty much got a clear winner as it is. And also, don't forget to click on the link to the original down in the description. Get down to Bravo Alfie Buse's channel. Like the original. Sub to him over there. I will see you guys next time. Tune in every day for new content. Bye-bye.